Hey viewers, my name is Martin Caballero. I'm the managing editor at BevNET.com. It is summer in New York City. That means we are here at the Javits Center for Summer Fancy Food Show 2019. And I'm here at one of my favorite booths with Marcia Hu, the marketing manager for Brooklyn Crafted. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming this year.
I love coming to the show. It's always fun. It's always good to see what you guys have. And you guys have a little bit of a different setup this year for the show. What are you sort of going after?
So, we're a Brooklyn company, and this is a show in New York, our home turf. And so with all of these new things that are rolling out, we really wanted to up and update our booth design this year. So instead of your standard 6-foot drape table, we're doing some more wooden, some more industrial elements. And we got the bulb lights, so it's nice and bright up in here too.
You can't go wrong with the bulb lights.
Definitely
always
not.
a nice choice.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the new stuff that you guys have this year. Well, let's sort of set it up by, I think the last time that we chatted, you guys had come out with a couple new SKUs, a cinnamon and a calamansi. And now we're sort of seeing a little bit more space given to the calamansi, its own sort of identity and its own line, really.
Totally, yeah. So calamansi original was received super well. And after that, we thought, what else can we do with this fruit? Because it is so similar to like a lemonade. And with all of these flavored lemonades coming out, we thought to start flavoring our calamansi-ades. So now, in addition to the original, we also have a pomegranate, a ginger, a mango, and a stevia-sweetened version of the original that's only 10 calories a bottle. So that whole calamansi-ade line has now evolved into something super delicious, tropical, perfect for the summer. And as always, it's vegan, gluten-free, all natural, and OU kosher. So checks all the marks.
With your production facility that opened in Bushwick, I think about a year or so ago, seems like you guys have that nice runway to do some R&D and innovation, and particularly with still products.
Yeah, exactly. And the great thing about having all of these new brewing and bottling resources in-house is it affords us the ability to produce small batches of various different flavors, so we can really test it out and try everything out before we launch them formally widespread. So between January's Winter Fancy and this summer's Summer Fancy, we have done so much R&D and brainstorming and production with the calamansi line, and we're so excited and proud to bring you guys this finalized set of items for the show.
Now, with something like calamansi, you mentioned it's citrus, kind of maybe similar for some consumers to a lemonade.
Yeah.
How do you sort of explain it and present it? And when you're formulating, do you try to make it similar to a lemonade, or you try to give it its own identity?
Calamansi definitely has its own identity, and we always try to highlight the inherent tangy sweetness of the fruit with every SKU that we have. And definitely when we explain it to people, the first thing I like to say is, hey, do you want to try a tropical lemonade? Because they might not know what a calamansi is, but they know what a lemonade is, and everyone loves tropical things, right? So then they get reeled in, and then I tell them, what makes it tropical is the fact that we use a calamansi and not a lemon. And so that has been a great pitch so far. It's working for us. And definitely amongst all the flavors, I think ginger and pomegranate are like the top faves of the new things that we have for the calamansi line right now.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk a little bit about the herbal teas, because that's another new direction for you guys.
Brand new.
Very different from some of the other products we've seen.
Yeah. So with the herbal tea, when we had the bottling line, we really wanted to begin using that to create beverages that are drawing upon these very global influences, because our company is family run, owned by people of color, and so we have a lot of varying taste buds that are coming to the work every day, and they have so much to offer when it comes to the best ways to maximize our brand and our product line. So within the herbal tea space specifically, especially herbal teas, like Asian herbal teas, a lot of what's in the market right now are made overseas and then imported here, which is great, but it also means that they're often full of preservatives, very sugary. And now that we had the resources to produce them domestically, we were thinking, which of these herbal teas can we now make without any preservatives, without all that added sugar, that still tastes amazing and gives those functional health benefits that people are looking for these days. So we nailed down 5 different recipes, including a prunella, which is an herb naturally detoxifies the body. We have hawthorn, which is like a Chinese cranberry that is good for lowering your blood pressure. We have hibiscus with pomegranate juice, which is just a delicious combination overall. Brown sugar ginger, which is amazing for cold winter days when your stomach is upset or when you need a little immunity boost. And a 10 herb flavor, which has 10 herbs boiled and brewed into it. Sounds kind of intimidating, but for those people who really love like the bitter herb taste, we do have that for them, and slightly sweetened as well. So all of these things we're excited to be making now because it gives consumers these holistic wellness drinks for them to enjoy, and they're all made locally, small batch in our factory.
New York, obviously a big part of your identity, and how have you sort of, can you give us a little update on sort of where you guys are in the city and sort of your plans for, going national or going other sort of areas in terms of distribution?
Totally. So Herbal Tea launched in January. The calamansi actually launched in May. So right now, for both of these lines, we're retailing super heavily in New York City, and we've nailed down some great local retailer chains to carry these items. Like we got Food Bazaar, Key Food, C-Town, Food Town, a lot of foods, a lot of towns, a lot of bazaars over here have our stuff, but we are actively working on getting that national distribution, reaching out to the partners who already work with us, figuring out for those businesses in California and Texas who want to carry our stuff, which distributors they work with, and working with them to get them our herbal teas and calamansi aids. And it's like trade shows like this that have really been helping out with that effort here. So the goal is by the end of this summer fancy, we have a nice list of distributors to start reaching out to, so that national distribution is in the cards before the summer's over.
Well, Marcia, thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Always a
Enjoy
pleasure.
the rest of the show. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.